Real World fans, welcome back to season 32, Bad Blood. It's episode 8. Drop the mic. We're going to drop it right now. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You and me, man.
It's just us.
Just me. Hey, Jason Willie style.
Now, I do like this song, but I gotta say,
What?
it's a little sad.
It is.
Yo, we miss you,
reminds us.
Candace.
Candace. Pimp down. Pimp down.
Yeah.
Shout out to Candace.
Shout out to Candace.
Should we pour some out for her?
That's what that moment of silence was. Yeah, we'll pour it out right there. All right.
They'll clean that up later.
Yeah. We got mad love for you, Candace. We're gonna roll. My name is Michael Rippe. You can catch me on social media at Mike Rips.
And you guys can follow me, Omari Bailey, at On With Omari on Twitter and IG. Also, if you're feeling funky, hit me up on Snapchat at Omari B.
Yo, you know you're feeling funky. Hit him up.
Funky Fresh.
Ooh, that's what's
Oh,
up.
we got the
man.
live chat
Live
up
chat
tonight.
is rolling. I didn't know that so many people watch the show. All right, drop the mic. So
Yes.
we are going to drop it. The episode tonight starts with Cass talking about his son.
Yeah.
Where are you
was
on that?
deep.
That was a little deep.
That was the most vulnerable I've seen Cass been this whole entire season. And I respected him for his feelings and feeling that he wants to be a good father. He provides for his son.
Yeah.
Financially, he's trying to be like a stand-up guy. He's going half-seas on mopeds.
On mopeds, yeah.
So his
But
son
he's
can
spending
like
all
have
his-
a meal.
Spending all his money on the tequila.
$40 worth.
And not even getting drunk? Or was he drunk?
He was super drunk.
He was drunk.
Whenever you start talking about your feelings as a man, you're drunk. He was getting real deep. He was real into it.
Yeah, tell us
Super emotional.
tell us in the comments and in the chat, was Cass drunk or was he not? Because I think he was drunk.
Hey!
Yeah, pimp fried rice.
Pimp's on the live
Shout
chat.
out.
Hey,
Hey, I'll give her a follow on Snapchat and social
Yeah.
media.
At Pimp Fried Rice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, she's where is she at? In Memphis?
She's somewhere in the Midwest. Oh, is that the Midwest?
Right. Product placement. Sorry.
So, all right. So, Cass and his son. All right.
Yeah. He's talking to the sisters and the Katrina. That's pretty much the most we see of them this whole episode.
Yeah, there's too many people.
It's a lot to keep track of.
MTV, the lost right now. You guys, too many people. What's the amount of people that should be the most you should have in the show?
8. I say 8.
8. I agree. Maybe 9 or 10, but there's 14.
It's pushing it.
It's too many.
I mean, we
We don't even see some of the people. I asked you if we saw T at one point tonight when we were watching.
She was on there for a bit on the bed when we had the nigga contracts going up.
And then Anika.
Anika was there. Yes.
Is she still in
Orlana, we see her crushing. Who else is in there?
Did Jen talk in tonight's episode?
Briefly,
Because
which is what I like from Jen. Brief moments.
brief moments of Jen.
Yeah, she's super boring.
Man. Yeah, all right, yo. Pimp says that 8 people is the max. I'm rolling with Pimp always. That's right. 8 people.
Because there's so many people, you would think there'd be more storylines going on, but the drama's been very light this season, I have to say. I mean, I feel
like it's manufactured.
The only thing that's not manufactured is Theo and Cassius. That's like the only non-manufactured drama.
Real thing. So all right, so after we hear about Cass and his son, they take a trip to Ocean Shores and this sleepy beach town, which wasn't that beachy because the weather was not that good.
No, it wasn't very nice.
No, that was like the Northwest beach, not like the SoCal beaches.
It was funny. They were like walking to do their campfire thing, and Jordan was like, "I'm too bougie for this."
She did say that.
I'm like, "You're too bougie to walk on the beach," or I didn't quite understand where she was coming from with that. But Jordan's our little princess. We love that beautiful, beautiful woman.
That's right, Jordan. Come join us. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Come sit on right here.
So
right between us.
At the fire,
yes,
Mike comes up with the candle pass thing. He says, he did this, and it's a way for them to get to know each other.
Mike, let's get to know each other.
Yeah, let's do it. So
all right, let's have our own candle pass.
We're gonna do the Coke pass.
Well, I was gonna get my flashlight up here.
Oh yeah, okay. So.
Can y'all see that? Okay.
Boom.
I'm gonna pass it to you.
All right, cool.
Mike, what's your most proud accomplishment?
Doing this show with you right now.
Wow.
Just the two of us.
That's deep, man.
Yeah. What about you?
My most proud accomplishment is probably my son being born, I guess.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I just learned that.
I don't have a son.
Oh man,
No.
now I'm confused. You think he has a son? I can't tell which one. You got a son?
No.
All right,
daughter, though.
Omari doesn't have a son.
No.
All right.
One day.
All right, back to the show.
Yes.
No, but so that was an interesting moment. We hear a few things. One, Theo. Well, what was the word? What do you think about the candle pass for Theo?
I thought Theo, I mean, he's saying pretty much what we already know. His whole jail thing, which he's sort of, I won't say harping on. He won't let it go, which
He
is
can't
fair.
let it. Yeah.
Which is fair, but at some point you have to. And to be fair, they did ask the question, the most eye-opening experience. So he's just being honest about his experience. But that is, as Cass is saying in the past, but I feel like the reason he keeps bringing it up, Cass, is because you won't accept or cop to the fact of what you did to your family, your cousin, your blood. And I feel like we still haven't had a real answer from Cassius about why this whole thing went down, you know, which is what I'm still waiting for. Like, will you say, I'm sorry? Will you own up to it? Will you give us a real story if Theo's, like, misremembering things? I'm still not sure what's going on with that.
I don't think we're ever getting that.
Yeah, no straight answer.
No, we're not getting that.
So, yeah, Theo talks about his whole jail experience and someone else who was in jail. It's like a very jail-friendly season. Everybody's been locked up. You been locked up before?
No.
Never?
I didn't even accomplish that. Have you? Pimp. What about you, Pimp?
Pimp, you been locked up?
Is that where is Pimp? You locked up right now? You need us to save you?
Pimp, come save us, please.
Well, we do hear from Mike. He talks about how he his best or a friend OD'd. He was doing hard drugs, some heroin. Don't do heroin, people. Don't do it.
It's not that bad.
He gets real emotional about it.
It's just like sugar.
And that's our candle pass.
Well, I mean, I feel like we have to acknowledge the fact that he had to join the Aryan Brotherhood, or else he was going to be raped.
Can I be honest? Has everyone heard of the Aryan Brotherhood? I've never heard of the Aryan Brotherhood.
I've heard of it.
You have?
It's like,
where is that a thing still?
It's like gang affiliations in jails and stuff.
Oh.
And it was a thing, you know, with Nazis, neo-Nazis.
Well, I
white
mean, I get the idea of it, but I never heard of that actually. Like, I know the KKK. I've heard
it was all up in like what, The Wire and all those jail shows and shit.
The Aryan Brotherhood, man. I don't even know how you do.
I mean, I feel like their signature thing is like a man bun. So you
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like their logo and their flag is like
feel
a man
like this show just went like split.
I don't know. I'm not Aryan. I can't tell you. You tell me. I don't know.
The next. All right. So then the next day, they fly a kite, and the struggle is real. Have you ever flown a kite?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say, my dad loves kites. He actually has a collection of kites in our basement hanging up, or not our basement, in like the storage part of the basement, whatever, where we store like all the Christmas lights and shit. So he has like a bunch of kites flown up, and they were having such a hard time.
They were struggling.
Flying the kite.
And they said it was the perfect day to fly a kite because it was super windy. So
it is a perfect day.
Yep.
And Theo was like, is it weird, or do other people have a hard time flying a kite? And I'm like, no one has a hard time flying a kite. That's been my experience, and I've been doing that since I was 5, 6, 7.
So basically what he's saying, if you guys want kite lessons, hit him up on the Snapchat.
Also, I'm also saying you don't need kite lessons. These people just I don't know what's wrong with them.
We just saw in the real world where it's real that they need kite lessons.
Pimp says she's flown a kite, and flying a kite is
shit
not
ain't for black people is what Pimp says.
I am black and I fly kites sometimes. Or maybe I'm not black. Maybe I'm like Theo and we like don't represent our race well. I don't know.
Okay, this live chat tonight is ridiculous. But
Mike
someone said that you and I are having a moment together. We're flirting with each other.
We have lots of moments.
This is just the two of us tonight.
Why do you think we play that song?
You guys kidding me?
It's just not manufactured.
No. Oh, we didn't mention that. I had to say this, that when Mike was talking about all the things that happened. Oh, yes. Woo.
Oh man,
it is hot in this. I'm just gonna be honest. It is hot in this room tonight.
Yeah, it's real hot.
It is hot. It's getting hotter.
Maybe you should leave.
Oh. No, but hold on. I'm sorry for anyone that's listening to this video podcast, by the way, but nonetheless, all right. So Peter doesn't believe.
He's blushing. He doesn't
Peter
know what to
doesn't
do.
believe anything that Mike says, which is why I'm laughing, because every time Mike tells a story, Peter's like, "Yeah, maybe half of it's real, but nah, I know Mike, so no."
I mean, it'd be pretty fucked up to talk about how you were scared of getting raped in jail, so you joined a racist like jail fraternity. So I'm not sure why he would make that up. The whole race-themed episode honestly made me feel uncomfortable. I know we'll get into that a little bit more later.
Yeah, it's about to get. Right now we're comfortable. It's about to get real uncomfortable.
I mean, Peter and Mike, I don't think genuinely trust each other. And
Well,
Peter
how
has
could Peter trust
valid
Mike?
Reasons.
Mike owes him money,
like 2 stacks.
and Mike just glosses over that part.
He's like, I'll get back to you. How do you build all that much debt in the first place? Was this one night of clubbing? I don't remember. Do y'all remember how he like acquired this debt to Peter? Oh, Jennifer says, Mike, you are turning very red.
I am turning red. It's hot here. Omari's around. All right, so
that effect on
all right, after that, Orlana, we find out, likes Cass because they share a bike to save money. So they save some money.
Practical.
He's budgeting. Cass is budgeting. Cass is budgeting, people. And when he's budgeting, he shares the bike with Orlana.
He goes halfsies.
They ride the bike.
They went Dutch.
And the next we see is they go out for the night, and Cass is pissed because he spent $40 on tequila and says he's not drunk.
That's light work, for real. $40.
First of all, I was thinking that $40, he didn't spend that much money.
Maybe in Seattle, that's a lot.
I was thinking maybe it was the sleepy beach town or Seattle.
Ocean Shore.
I don't know. Maybe he's buying like top shelf tequila, so he had like 1 shot,
maybe
2 shots.
That could be it.
But not only does he say he's not drunk, but he's drunk, right?
First sign of knowing that you're drunk is when you say, I'm not drunk.
Yeah. So tell us in the live chat, was Cass drunk tonight? Because we both think that he was drunk.
50-50. Who's to say?
Exactly.
I'm going to go with he was drunk. He was opening up a lot.
He was.
I mean,
Will kept talking to him, and he wasn't listening. That was when I knew he was drunk.
And we've been in both those situations where you're the Will and where you're the Cassius, where you're the drunk guy on the couch in the corner just talking about your feelings, and how life is hard. And we've also been a guy who's more sober, trying to like get this dude to shut the fuck up and just like go to bed.
Also, just a sidebar.
Yes.
Will mentions to Cass he's got to stop ordering the Domino's pizza.
Domino's pizza or Domino's the game?
Which one?
I don't know.
I thought it was pizza.
Was it pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Domino's because you pointed that out to me and I was like, he has some Domino's?
I think he's talking about Domino's pizza.
Oh, I mean, it's a black thing. Game. Black people play a lot of Domino's.
Come on. Yeah. So Will tells Cass to stop spending all his money on Domino's, but later in the episode, there's a Domino's pizza right in front of Cass again. So Cass is definitely all about the Domino's pizza.
I thought that was like a sponsorship.
In fact, I think that Cass should do Domino's commercials.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a way that they could.
Real World was advertising
They
Domino's.
should.
Oh, and then he could provide for his son.
I know.
His son that Theo's never met.
That's like pretty horrible. Well, not only that, the son that he pays for, or he provides child support, but he
provides for,
but he doesn't take care of.
No, he lives with his mother, so the son lives with the grandma, which happens in lots of communities, and he just gives his mother money, and he sees him.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you go on a reality show such as The Real World if you had a 2-year-old? And it's hard because this is a hypothetical, but I kind of think if you have a kid,
you should probably stay home with the kid.
Yeah, as opposed to going on The Real World, where you're not doing too much because they're not doing that much this season. First of all,
they're not doing a lot.
It's not doing a lot. All you're doing is going on this show and getting in fights with your family. Basically, that's the highlight of it.
You can keep that shit at home.
That doesn't seem like the best move.
I mean, honestly, I feel like most parents, and I'm speaking from no experience whatsoever, I feel like most parents would say deep down they would love to get like a month or 2-month vacation from their child. They won't admit it, but
he's not even living with them.
They don't live together?
Didn't he say it's like he lives with his mother?
Oh, I thought he lived at home with his mom still. Anyone know?
If you guys know, let us know in the chat. All right, let's go
Pimp
to.
Also says that Theo's not trying to meet the son.
Bruh. God, I wish you were here to say it.
That sounds so sexy. Coming out of her mouth.
So let's get into the really fun part of tonight's episode where racism is still alive. And so Mike is using the N-word about contracts because first we see a little bit of the Robbie and the Jordan have a little fun type of game show or whatever. They got some chemistry, so they're messing around. And Mike he's not really part of it, but Mike decides he's going to write up contracts and insert himself into it. Yep. And so by doing that, he uses the N-word, and it's kind of subtle though, but Orlana catches it, and she's not happy about it.
First, just one point about since we're talking about race, I feel like it's so typical of a white person to see Jordan and Robbie, this Italian, this
trying
black man, and just trying to like bite their style, bite their bit, and just capitalize, just like white people, just trying to always take over our shit, trying to be cool.
Yo, give me your Coke. Thank you.
You got it. See, that's what they do. They just take and take from us. We can't have nothing. I can't even have a goddamn can of Coke.
Nah, your Coke's mine now.
See?
No, but that was. Here's the thing. I'm uncomfortable in a sense to talk because I would never do that. I don't know why. Does that make you seem cool? I don't get it.
I think they're so fucking bored in this house. I think he's just trying to strum up some.
He's trying to stir attention because he kind of knows how to.
This whole season, like I said last week, it's just reminding me of like summer camp. Everything is just so childish and just immature.
It's not great.
But the fact, so you're talking about the contracts.
So the contract. So that sets off this sort of spiral in Mike downward. Now, it's interesting because after Orlana's frustrated, but no one else really is. They're all kind of like letting it go. Cass is like, you know what? He's not racist.
Yeah.
And I let him get away with it. And here's a question I got though, because then eventually Cass says that if he was serious, he says he would put him in a headlock. Now, is that the move? Like, what's your move if that situation? Are you gonna put someone in a headlock, or what's the move right there?
Oh man,
that seems like an interesting go-to. Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna put him in a headlock. Like, I'm just imagining
the
Cass
headlock
putting him
would
in a
not
headlock.
be my first choice if a white person said the N-word to me. But just laughing at your guys' comments in the chat. You guys are so funny. If someone like a white friend of mine said the N-word, well, here's the thing. I do have white friends that have said the N-word around me, and the funny thing is they always try and test it out. Usually they'll throw the N-word out when you're like in the car together and you're rapping and music comes on and you play like some, I don't know, some Lil Wayne or some YG shit from your aux cord, and like the N-word comes up and they're singing along, or Biggie or something. That's I actually have a vivid memory of riding in college with my friend and Biggie was on and the N-word was used like profusely, and I looked at my friend, I was like, I don't like when you say that. And he was like, it's in the song, like they say it, so we can say it too. And he's like one of my best friends to this day still, but we had a bit of a back and forth about it because it is a sensitive word, but at the same time I saw his point of it's in the music, so am I not allowed to rap along to it? And I was just like, no, you're not allowed to rap along to it. You shut your mouth when the N-word comes up, and that's how this friendship's gonna work.
I was about to ask you if in music are you allowed to, because I definitely would not. I try to
censor yourself
definitely around anyone,
but like
just to out of a respect thing, but it is interesting if it is in the music and you're rapping along and you're not doing it in a
thing, like at a Kanye concert. At a Kanye concert, he tells the white people to sing along with
and he
N-word.
Also, I went to the Kanye Jay-Z watch the Throne tour at Staples, and they played
Niggas in Paris.
They played that song, and they played that like 12 straight times. Yeah. So it's interesting. But thank God you're here, because you can say it for both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I would never say it.
I would almost give you a pass to say it, but I'm not.
I wouldn't say it. I feel uncomfortable.
Candace, can Mike say the N-word?
I wouldn't say it though. It just don't. It's not in my nature, and I don't like to disrespect other people.
Someone Gone to November, I guess, is a Drake fan, says that Kanye is a fool. He does have foolish tendencies.
Well, he's got some things going on too. They should put him on The Real World. So, all right, I'm still trying to figure out what's the move though. Cass says he's gonna put Mike in a headlock. What would you put me in?
If you said the N-word?
Would you just punch me? Like, what would you do?
Honestly, I would have a conversation. I'm one of those people.
I like to talk about it. Kind of like Theo.
Yeah, exactly. I would be like, yo, bro, why did you feel like that was appropriate to say to me? That makes me feel uncomfortable. That offends me. And based on your response is how I would proceed. I probably wouldn't lay my hands on you. I'm not a physical, violent type of person. I'd probably try and talk and give you some education, try and give you some information. But
Pimp is trying to escalate the situation from far away. Stay out of that chat, Pimp. It's time to go to bed. It's late on the East Coast. Go to sleep.
She wants Mike. She wants you to say that.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Go to sleep.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Pimp, what would you do? Would you put someone in a headlock? Because Pimp putting someone in a headlock would be funny. Okay, so let's go on to Mike's next racist comment.
Okay, more racist.
Because
Fun.
Mike didn't have enough by being racist once. Then he's on the roll. He's definitely drunk, right?
Yeah,
seems like he's drunk.
I'd say he's tipsy.
He tells Jordan about. He makes a comment about coconut oil and black people being ashy, and he was drunk, and that was which comment was worse though? Because that was more directed. You could almost say that the first comment was like he's joking and he didn't mean it, but the other one was more
just saying the N-word.
Yeah, the other one was
he
more
was saying it joking. I think like a lot of white people and Hispanic and a
just
lot of
trying
people
to
in
be
general,
cool.
not even trying to be cool. Like that's in their daily vernacular.
Okay,
now. Like the N-word's become so commonplace, people just say it freely.
Well, Pimp says that she would pull my man bun aggressively. I would like that, Pimp. So come back and you can do that. No, but seriously, I thought that Mike's second comment, and tell us what you guys think in the live chat and in the comments when you hear this. Did you think that the first comment Mike made, just using the N-word, or the comment when he kind of went deeper about coconut oil and then rubbing it on and the ashy thing, there was a lot there that was deeper. I felt like that was actually worse.
That's for sure worse.
And he said it to And he said it to Jordan, who's half black.
Yeah, who's the most beautiful girl.
And she's
that's been in the real world in like a couple seasons.
She's been. It was so wrong too because she's been there supporting him, always like his rock, always there like on your team, and you just do that to someone that's the closest to you. Yeah. I thought that was.
It threw me a bit.
That one
makes me feel like it's something deeper.
Definitely.
Which is troubling. To come up with a coconut oil ashy, I know, gone to the
But here's the thing that's messed up though.
Coconut oil does work. I have coconut oil in my hair right now. I have it on my hands.
That's not a black person thing though, because I use coconut oil.
It's not, exactly.
Everybody uses coconut oil.
Yeah, and everybody gets ashy too.
Yeah, that's
dry skin.
Yeah.
So the fact that he says it is playing into a stereotype.
Very,
and
exactly.
And racism.
Exactly. Really well said right now.
Yeah, it was kind of like, it was funny, but it's also racist. So, I would probably punch him. I mean, I wouldn't punch him because I'm not violent, but I would like to see someone else punch him in the face for saying that.
So after that, they're at the club. He's pissed off because he's drunk and he's lonely, and so Peter's feeling that out. And basically, it was a bad night for Mike. They leave. Yeah. They go back to the house, and it kind of escalates where Jordan wants to talk to Mike in the confessional. Mm-hmm. Mike's really not having any of it. He's dead set on leaving. He doesn't really care. He's just running away from it. And then Theo comes in and tries to talk to him. Mm-hmm. And Theo says he doesn't think he's a racist.
That's good. Someone in chat, Jennifer, brings up a good point. There was this whole controversy, I don't know if you guys are aware, on like E! News or something, where Juliana Rancic, one of the hosts on E! News, made a joke or comment about Zendaya's dreadlocks that she wore on some red carpet. And people immediately said she was racist for this comment when she was just trying to be funny. So there is like a fine line between comedy and someone being a comedian or someone making jokes. But racism is such a touchy, sensitive
and it's
area.
Different to each person.
And it's different to each person. Exactly. Like you could say the N-word around some black people, they wouldn't care at all. But
absolutely.
The other black people,
and you could see it in the house with Orlana took more offense to the N-word even as a joke than someone else did, and the way that Theo tried to respond and talk it out, as opposed to maybe Cass not doing anything or putting him in a headlock or. It's kind of interesting all around.
Like, I could imagine different contexts. Amy Schumer doing a stand-up special and talking about how some black dude she brought home was super ashy, so she had to rub some coconut oil on the stick or something. Okay, like, people would laugh. You know?
But so also, that's a different setting. If you do it at a comedy show, I think that's limit. Like, when you go to a comedy show, everything is game. That's why it's comedy. Exactly. It's not the time and place. Like, that's its own arena. When you're doing it in real life, that's not the same.
Right. But he was trying to be funny?
He was trying to be funny, but he was trying to be funny at other people's expense.
Yeah.
At a racist expense, which was stupid. It was really immature.
Don't comedians do that, though? They're always making jokes at other people's
But that's a comedian.
expense.
Mike's not a comedian.
Maybe he wants to be.
Yeah, so do it at a comedy show and it's okay.
Yeah, well, he's just like testing his material and it didn't work.
That's not.
He needs new material. The audience poll right there.
Speaking of new material, well, if he wants new material, he could probably start something with Peter about the shoes, because Mike leaves the house with Peter's shoes, which to me is the highlight of the entire night, because Peter is been losing everything to Mike. Mike owes him money, and Mike leaves with Peter's shoes. And you have to feel bad for Peter in that moment because Peter
He's getting played.
Peter's just getting played.
He cannot catch a break.
He can't catch a break when it comes to Mike. Mike owes him money, and now he has his sneaks.
I know Mike knew he had Peter's shoes on.
He probably did.
I know he did.
He did. He definitely did.
You know your shoes. Like, you walk to the club, you get dressed, you're fresh. Like, you know if you borrowed someone's outfit for the night.
He didn't put those sneaks on last minute. Like, he's rocking those sneaks all the time.
He asked to borrow the shoes. He knew it was going with his outfit. It was a whole deal. He walked out with them intentionally. That's why he's trying to get out so quick. He's like, I came in for a reason. I'm trying to get some new Converses. I got them. It's time to go.
So yeah, I think everyone is on point about the Peter and the shoes. It's funny. And then,
oh my gosh, that's the weirdest relationship.
The end of the episode is the almost throwdown between Cass and Theo, and they're back. Like, it just took one thing, and then it was weird because Theo comes from a stand, this kind of the mature, talking things out. He's very sensible. It sounds like where Cass starts cursing quickly and getting frustrated and kind of talking shit the whole time to Theo.
Yeah. Well, and obviously, whenever they're together, their arguments are always stemming from something deeper. So it just takes, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just they're going to go at each other hard on that subject matter just because they have intense feelings that they haven't dealt with about their past situation.
So, I think T says this, which is right. It basically becomes two black men, Theo and Cass, who are family, fighting each other, potentially fighting each other about racism that a white guy did that left.
It's really not a good look.
It's just bizarre.
It's not a great look.
It's just when you actually break it down.
It's two black dudes fighting about some
and their
white
family too.
It's not a good look on any front at all. I saw this and I was just like, come on, bros. Like, do better, please. For the culture, do better. Don't act like this. People are watching.
It's honestly that they're fighting not about the race. They're just fighting because they have the built up stuff with each other that they're never going to get over.
Yeah. I mean, although that is a thing within the black community, just to like speak some real shit about being black enough or the culture of being comfortable in your own skin. I mean, there's so many layers to this story of race being black in America that we have not enough time to dive into it tonight. Also, the demographic and audience probably is a little different for that conversation, but it's just, I mean, it's real stuff. I mean, if you want to go back and you look at the history of black people in this country, if you want to get serious for a moment, and coming from slavery to the Jim Crow era to now what we have with Trump's America, it's just a lot of shit that we have to deal with.
It's not Trump's America yet.
God, I hope
how many
not.
days? 40 days?
I'm hoping the Electoral College will not vote him to be president. I don't know. Is that like stupid to think that it's going to happen? Probably. Yeah, it's like wishful thinking.
I don't think that's going to happen. Sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm not sorry for you. I'm sorry for both of us.
I'm sorry for all of us. Yeah. Mike understands. Mike's down. I would let Mike say the N-word, actually.
I would never do it.
I know he wouldn't. But if he did, I'd be cool.
No, I wouldn't do it. Unless it came out like at the Kanye song randomly that you weren't around. But
if Kanye's like yelling at you to say the N-word at his concert, like, what are you going to do? Not say the N-word? Like, you got to listen to Kanye, bro. Listen to the kids, bro. But. So,
it looks like what we saw at the end of tonight's episode is going to carry over to next episode. Does anyone think Mike comes back?
Can you come back?
I don't know. I feel like they haven't.
People have come back in the past.
Well, usually, a lot of times, I feel on The Real World, they put, thank you, Pimp, for clarifying to the audience. Our race is up here.
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
It's important. No, but usually people go away for a night, think it over, and then come back to the house the next day. Yeah, so I was just wondering, you think that Mike just left? He just ditched Jordan.
Yeah.
He came off foolish, and he ran away from all the problems. He didn't even answer the questions from the producers. I was really embarrassed by Mike's performance.
He looks bad on a lot of fronts. One, he left.
It's definitely not unquestionable. Pimp.
Mike Ribs is 15% black.
I appreciate everyone.
Soul Brother 69.
I appreciate that. No, Jennifer says they won't replace him. They should not replace anyone. There's too many people on this show. They need to get rid of people.
Exactly. They should be cutting people.
Need to be cutting dead weight, which is there's a lot of. We'll be down to like 2 characters.
Right. I mean, I was saying that Mike left and he like fucked up in a couple ways. One, he left his girl that he's been trying to talk to just high and dry, cold as fuck. That was
Cold.
super cold.
Super.
And especially someone that's so out of your league like that. I feel like he left because maybe part of him felt intimidated by this relationship. Like, well,
He probably, you know what? He got further than he thought he was going to get. She even said she was she liked him.
Yeah. She said she enjoyed dating him, whatever they were doing. So that was one reason he fucked up. The second reason is he left with everyone thinking he said some racist shit and didn't want to defend himself. Like, if you are not a racist, and I know it feels bad when you have the cameras and they're trying to portray you in a certain light. You know how reality TV works. You've been on reality TV before, so he already knows the picture they're painting of him. But still, just stay. And,
the most he did for himself at the end was say that he was ignorant. But he could... What he should have done, no matter what, is just apologize.
Right.
No matter what. If he would have apologized to everyone in the house, he would have stayed. They would have gotten over it. And even if he wasn't going to do that and he still was going to go, he should have ended with just an apology, not calling himself ignorant, but just say, you can be ignorant all you want. You still didn't apologize.
Exactly.
You got to just apologize and say, I know it's a joke. I was trying to make a joke. It was the wrong one. Do something like that. All right.
Well, I think that is also like sad that he recognized he was ignorant and he didn't want to correct it. He just wanted to leave being ignorant.
Exactly. That's almost like a cop out.
Yeah.
Just call yourself ignorant. Like that's a way out.
I'm just retarded.
Mike in the Aryan Brotherhood. All right. Well, let's do some predictions. Do we have predictions?
Yep.
All right. We're gonna do predictions.
Let's do.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Soul Brother 69. I thank you so much. There you go. I don't know.
that?
They want me to thank him.
Thank you, Soul Brother.
Thank you, Soul Brother. Thank you, everyone in the live. Just for a moment here, thank you, everyone in the live chat for joining us tonight. And come back next week. And every week this show keeps going because
and
maybe we'll have someone.
Maybe Paulina will be back.
Maybe Paulina.
Paulina,
where's Paulina?
Where's Paulina? Let's tweet her. Tweet her at Paulina.
Yeah, everyone,
her
if
Twitter
you're rocking with us, tweet at Paulina and see where she's at because we don't know.
Hopefully they'll put it up on the screen right now. They'll put up Paulina
Aguilar's
Aguilar's Twitter and IG handle, and it's just like blow up her social media.
Ask her where she was tonight.
You know, you just can't.
Hashtag where's Paulina?
It's like that. Have you seen that Destiny's Child video where the girl quits the group and she's like,
"Hey, Mark."
Yeah.
Mark.
No, different one. She's like trying to fly home and she's like, "I ain't got my luggage." And Beyonce is like, "Well, it's better to go home than to have no luggage." I feel like Paulina's out here with no luggage right now. We just need her to come back. Some of y'all will get that. Some of y'all won't get it.
Yeah. We don't.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know where anyone is tonight. It's just the two of us. But all right, let's go. Let's go with a prediction. Yeah.
What you got? Sure. What you got?
What you got?
I'm a gentleman. I'll let you go.
All right. My prediction is that next week there's gonna be another person that leaves the house.
Oh.
That's my prediction.
Do you want to give us a name?
No names.
No names.
No. I got 13 options. I'm keeping them open.
The suspense. I can cut the tension with a knife.
I
like
know.
Who's gonna be?
Suspense. Also, another prediction. Just the two of us.
Yeah, again.
Yo.
That'd be nice. I like
but
playing
we're
that
heating
song.
up though. Yeah, we're heating up. Maybe next week we're gonna sit a little closer. So.
Well, honestly, Pimp probably will not be back.
No.
Because she has some business to handle in Memphis because she's a boss.
Pimp is doing big things.
She got big things to do. But we appreciate her. Make sure you guys tweet out at her. She will be back. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so nice in the in the live chat tonight.
That's good. Yes.
Jennifer is on one right now.
I'm rocking with you, Jen.
Thank you. We see that.
Yep, we got it. We got that.
They're in the booth right now.
Just wait it out. Get us a couple more views. That's coming.
Just a few more shots. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Catch us next week.
Come back next week for that.
That's a teaser.
Yep.
Prediction next week. Something might go down. You never know.
Never know. You don't know what happens in the real world after show. Did you make a prediction yet?
Yep.
Okay. We both made predictions. We've got nothing left to do here, so we're going to get out of here. My name is Michael Rippe. You can catch me on social media at Mike Rips, and I'm joined by
Omari Bailey. You guys can follow me on Twitter and IG at OnWithOmari. Also, Snapchat is where I'm at. Hit me up at Omari B.
And we will see you next week, just the two of us.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.